What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and we've got a Fortnite update. It's the first one in a while. Happened yesterday. In between all the news about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. Whoo, boy, that's a mess. I talked a lot about it on Twitter if you want to go see what I said there, because probably not going to do a video on that one. I've talked about that whole mess before anyway. But all I'm going to say on that, so I don't have to make another video, is hopefully Microsoft will treat their employees better than Activision Blizzard did. But it could be next year before the deal's finalized, so who knows? All you can do at this point is hope for the best and hope that this doesn't lead to further monopolization of the gaming industry on Microsoft's part, because gaming doesn't need its own Disney. But anyway, let's get back to the Fortnite talk. So this big update, 19.10, and it's the first update, the first big update of the actually the chapter, because the only thing we got from so far was the Winterfest update, which is more like a half update really. But this is the first true update. So yeah, it's been a month. But yeah, we've got a little bit of stuff. Of course, the big talk right now is that Tilted Towers is back in the game. Everybody loved that drop, from what I understand, and that was before I got into the game. So I don't really know much about Tilted Towers or what makes it so great or iconic, other than I guess it was there in the game to begin with at the very beginning. I think some of it got destroyed, some of it got altered a little bit after it was brought back as like some kind of like futuristic setting. But now it's back in almost completely how it was before. I think there's been some upgrades, a few changes, but it's mostly the exact same classic Tilted Towers, from what I understand. So I'm very anxious to get in there. Thinking about doing a whole video where I just try to drop there, which yesterday was the update day, so I don't know if it'll still be as popular with it being a day or two before I actually get a chance to drop in and check it out. But I think it would be fun to do a whole video with me just trying to drop there and see how long I last. But what else we got? We got the Clumbos, I think they're called, the big dinosaur creatures that are roaming the island now. They are friendly creatures, I guess you could say, in that you can walk right up to them, climb up on top of their backs, ride their blowhole, or you can just stand up there and let them walk you around the map. They're pretty slow when they're just casually walking. If they come in contact with any object, the object pretty much just disintegrates automatically. They'll eat loot, I think, just like the sharks do. But if you shoot them or attack them, I've only tried to. I jumped in once to do some of the daily missions, and I did manage to find one. It took me a little while to find it, but what was it say? Oh, if you shoot it, it will turn red and shoot acid at you or chase you and try to stomp you. Each shot to this thing only does 1 damage. So I don't know how much health they have, but from the looks of it, it will be near impossible to actually kill them. So they may be invincible. I don't know. The fact they take damage suggests that they're not invincible, but I don't know how long it would take to actually stop one. That may be something for people to go and investigate. Other than that, there's some emotes coming. There's an emote or two that I saw that got leaked. One being, which I thought was personally funny, because of the Penguins of Madagascar cartoon. This particular song is not really associated with the cartoon series; it's more with the movies. But it's for the song "I Like to Move It." You know, the King Julian the lemur. He loves that song, and even in the Christmas special, they sing a version of it. I like to move it, move it. You know, that might be a fun emote. But collab skins. Several skins got leaked. The big ones I have here, I'm a little bit torn on. On one hand, the Green Goblin skin, which is not this one. This is just I think this is a comic book illustration of the Green Goblin. But he looks, I was expecting more of the Spider-Man, the big villain character. The guys that, what's his name? William Dafoe, I think, who plays Green Goblin for the old Spider-Man trilogy. I figured it was going to be him, but it's not. It's more of the comic book style Green Goblin, at least from my because the Devoe Green Goblin was solid green, but traditionally the Green Goblin is like purple and green, so he's got like the Hulk's colors. That's what this Fortnite skin looks like, and it looks really good. On the other hand, we're getting a Hawkeye collab featuring Hawkeye and some other character, a female character that I have no idea because I do not watch the MCU stuff. I think this is supposed to be this here. The image here is the Hawkeye render from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and this design looks way cooler than the one that we're gonna get in Fortnite. It looks more like just a purple themed Green Arrow kinda. Like he's not wearing a mask. He's just wearing like black and like dark shades of purple, just like bodysuit. It looks to me very similar to just a very bland look. Like I, of course, would have wanted them to go with the more comic book based version of these characters because that's their iconic look. But even this one here, from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, looks better than what we got. I'm probably skipping the Hawkeye collab. I was actually looking very forward to getting Hawkeye in the game because he's big in some of the Avengers stuff. There's an old game I played on my channel before. It was called it's an arcade game. You can actually get it from one of Arcade 1-Up's arcade cabinets. It was Captain America and the Avengers. And in that game, you could play as Vision, Iron Man, Captain America, and Hawkeye. Those are the 4 playable characters. So Captain America and Iron Man are already in Fortnite. So if you got Vision and Hawkeye, well, that's 4 out of 4. Well, now we'll have 3 out of 4, and I don't even want the Hawkeye skin. Maybe he'll have a second version, or maybe they'll do like they've done with like Venom and Spider-Man, because you had live action Venom and you had classic comic Venom get separate releases, and comic book Spider-Man is in the Battle Pass, while the Tom Holland No Way Home Spider-Man was a shop skin. So they can do these. There's like 5 different versions of Batman in the game already, so you know there could still be a classic Hawkeye come to the game, I guess. But personally, like, other than Green Goblin, really, like, the skins didn't really impress me from the ones that I saw. I didn't really even feel like going and get them. The crew skin for February also got leaked, and honestly, it was kind of meh. Not a big fan of it, to be honest. I don't hate it. It's just not very impressive. You know, I can at least enjoy, like, the Dr. Sloan variant because she's important to the story. This character just seemed like I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me. But who knows? I'm sure there will be somebody out there who this will become their favorite skin. But I think that's really it. I mean, it was a big update. A lot of the snow on the map is gone. Speaking of which, yeah, I did forget one thing. Speaking of Tilted Towers, a big reveal that I think is going to play into the story at some point is an excavation site not far, I think, from Tilted Towers has revealed a new location on the map called the Devoured. And it is the skull of the monster from, I don't remember which season it was because I wasn't playing, but it's the skull of the Devourer, the big monster from Chapter 1 that the giant mecha team leader robot defeated. For some reason, this monster's skull is back in the game as a location you can go and explore. And I'm assuming that the Imagined Order is planning to dig up the remains of this monster, and the only reason I could see that they would even want to do this is because there's some kind of plan to resurrect the monster. For what purpose, I don't know. But I'm going to kind of put that out there now as an early prediction that the Imagined Order will want to reanimate this corpse in some way. I don't know if they would want to do that as like maybe this is already their setup for Fortnite and this giant monster skeleton is going to be roaming the map. That would be terrifying. Think about it that way. You drop it in the map for Fortnite and this gigantic monster that dwarfs even the Clumbos is just there and can hurt you. That would be for a unique game, I think, for 2 weeks. Just this unstoppable undead monster. Just, if you get too close to it, it'll just step on you and that's it. Maybe it'll attack every now and then. Of course, that's just a random idea I just thought of, but, I still feel like, why else is this monster skull there? One of the Mecha Team Leader robot's arms is off the side of the island in the water. That's a known secret there. So not really much of a secret if everybody knows about it. But yeah, so one of the damaged, lost arm of that robot that then flew off into space, supposedly the theory is with Singularity, or who is also possibly known as the Paradigm from the 7, and the remains of the monster that robot killed. A possible rematch? Maybe. But yeah, I think that covers all the real big news from the update. What do you guys think? For those of you who play Fortnite, are you excited about the collab skins? I mean, like I said, I'm really excited for the Green Goblin skin. He looks really good. I think there may be some other collabs in the works. I can't remember. I know that, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm overthinking stuff. But anyway, I think those were the big ones that stuck out to me. And again, I'm disappointed in what I've seen from the Hawkeye skin. I just don't think he looks cool enough for me to want to buy him. But Green Goblin looks cool. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe, all that stuff. You can support my channel through Ko-fi if you want. Check out all my other videos if you would. And we'll see you next time. Later.